Alright, good morning, everyone. Now, like I keep telling whoever's messing with me on YouTube, who you date is your choice. You can't make someone who wants to date a man, regardless of gender, not want to date a man if they want to date a man. That's the problem, too, right? Nor can you, again, murder them over it. Nor, again, things like that, you know what I mean? See, maybe you don't realize it, but maybe Moses is being sarcastic with you. Uh huh. You know, when he tells you to stone somebody for picking up a few sticks on the Sabbath day, that's literal, huh? No, that would make you worse than the Pharaoh. I know it would. He's testing his audience if they're listening. Because you can stone someone for picking up sticks on the Sabbath day. But should you? No. Right, right. What is he trying to show you? Boundaries. And there's another thing you can do, rape somebody or let them consent to be with someone. What's that? Well, in Georgia, there's an age of consent, which is 16. Whether you're a male or a female, you're legally allowed when you turn 16 to have sex with any person you want, as long as it's consensual. Otherwise, it's what? Rape, a crime, right? Now, if you were raped before that, that's called statutory rape, whether you're a male or a female as well. Now, some people, though, are pressured into being gay when they're in, say, like the fifth, sixth grade when you're starting to hit puberty, right? I know because I went through it too, but I felt straight. I like girls, right? When I started dating, I responded to girls, not boys, right? That's how you determine some of that. No big deal. No big deal. Right, Lance? Pass. If you feel gay or you don't feel you're attracted to women, now some might say you're behaving yourself. I don't know. But again, if you think you're gay and you believe you're gay, guess what? You're gay. You're gay. You can't argue with people on those issues, right? Ain't gonna work. Now, these are issues that we all have to deal with. So, right. Now, like with when I was first got to Garden City after we moved from Pioneer, right? I met a girl named Connie, and we started messing with a Ouija board. Me and her younger brother. hmm All right. All right. In 1986, though, Tawny Katane is the first, you know, actress to star in a movie about the Ouija board, right? And when I was living in the trailer park, me and some of my friends were playing around with one, right? Well, one of them, one day, you know, I was trying to date this girl named Connie, but she had a boyfriend named Brian, right? Right. Well, anyway, um, it came out in December of '86, right? So I probably done seen it. And the director is Kevin S. Tenney. Screenplay by Kevin S. Tenney. And it starred Todd Allen, Tawny Katane, um, and Stephen Nichols. They bring out a Ouija board to contact the spirit named David, right? But it goes from bad to worse, right? Right. And the Ouija board tries to possess, Tawny Kitaen, who was also associated with David Copperfield, I think, from Whitesnake, right? They did a little video together as well. For Here I Go Again, right? So anyway, well, the Ouija board, right? Cause Connie's boyfriend had cheated on her, right? On her, right? And she was about 14, 15 at the time, I think, right? And I was about 17, right? So anyway, well, the Ouija board, told me to go find Connie and stuff like that. So, but her brother was there with me, right? And again, he was called Junior, which is a common name for a younger brother or sibling. And she had an older brother named Donnie, who I can hang out with too. And again, right, this is another weird period in my life and stuff like that, right? Well, anyway, I went to find Connie after the Ouija board told me to go and find her now. Right? It was insisting that I go and find her now. Right? So I went and talked to her, and Brian was trying to get back with her. Right? When I found her. Well, anyway, I asked her to the dance. Right? Right? And anyway, but her brother was there. Right? But that's basically all I remember about it, because when she found out it was at the prompting of the Ouija board, I guess I thought it freaked her out or something. And I don't remember really even seeing her much after that, right? I kind of let it go, was try to stay away from her because it bothered her that the Ouija board had told me to go and talk to her, and I did. I guess it scared her or something, right? Now, I don't know anything more about it than that either, right? But I can wonder now if Junior might have scared her into being with me or something too, right? Because he was there, right? But I don't remember that happening, you know what I mean, right? And that's the point as well. Now, I keep pointing something out to the guy who keeps messing with me about the karate as well. See, in some reality, some people think that a gun can be anything, including karate, right? Now, they have different lances, right? They have a cavalry lance, an army lance. But the Romans have what's called a lance, right? Or a spear. Now, Jesus was pierced through with one of these spears, right? After they made sure to make sure he was dead, right? Now, there's also called the Spear of Destiny, right? There are several different lances, spears that claim to be the Holy Lance, or by its other name, the Spear of Destiny, the spear that was used to pierce Jesus Christ's heart while he was crucified. One currently resides in the Imperial Treasury at the Hofburg Palace in Vienna, Austria. Well, another thing is, and Roman legions used both swords and spears. Pilums were a standard issue weapon to legionnaires. Your legion for your many. And they would usually be used as a javelin, but could also be used as a pole arm. They were used to soften up the enemy line before the Roman met them in hand-to-hand combat. They, of course, used the pilum throwing spear. Mm-hmm. All right. So traditionally, to make sure that he was dead, a Roman soldier named in extra biblical traditions as Longinus stabbed him in the side. One of the soldiers pierced his side with a lance, and immediately there came out blood and water. Now, they know scientifically why, though, there was blood and water. Right? And that's because of the fact that Jesus died of congestive heart failure. Now, what that means is his lung cavity filled up with bodily fluids, or what is also called water, right? And that's how he died. Now, the tip of the spear, is an iron shank, all right? About 7 millimeters, 28.28 inches in diameter, and 60 centimeters long, or 24 inches long, with a pyramid head. Right. So, a little bullet like that, compared to that, would be nothing. But the Roman soldiers would use a variety of ancient Roman spears, including two-handed lances, javelins, and thrusting spears. The poles were made from ash or oak or hazelwood, and the pointed heads of the spears were made of iron or an iron alloy. Now, iron is as strong as steel or the metal which we use today. So if Jesus was pierced through with a spear, and even if it was post-mortem and still raised from the dead, right, God would have to heal that injury, right, before he could raise him, right? Logically. Why do you think Thomas asked to touch him to make sure he was healed and alive? Right? Exactly. Well, that happened in under 2 days, though, as far as, before the others could see, right? After, on, well, technically it would be Sunday morning, right? Or what we call church day. See, the Jews worship on the seventh day of the week, which is called the Sabbath. But Christians worship on the first day of the week, which is called first day of the week, right? And that's because that's the day Jesus rose on, right? Now, iron, though, is like any metal. If it pierces your body, it usually kills you, right? Even if you're already dead, it would cause an additional wound. God would have to heal to raise you from the dead, right? Now, of course, if you don't believe Jesus was raised from the dead, don't matter what I say. But if I do and you don't, all we can do is agree to disagree. Unless you're trying to shoot me and I'm raising from the dead. I don't know. Not supposed to do that either. That's an attempt to murder, but whatever. I'm still standing.